This morning I sat down to read and I opened to a psalm, and I just wanted to encourage you. I know some people are really disappointed by the Victorian election, but we can be encouraged because our hope is in the Lord and our trust is in the Lord. So looking a little bit at Psalm 37, it says, "Do not fret because of evildoers, nor be jealous of those who do injustice, for they will quickly wither like the grass and fade like the green herbs." And do you know, fretting does no good for you, for your physical health, for your mental health. When we fret, we're actually releasing chemicals in our bodies because every thought we have releases a reaction. And those chemicals can harm us both physically, in our physical bodies, and our mental health by the negative chemicals that they're releasing. So do not fret, but trust in the Lord and do good. Dwell in the land and practice faithfulness. And when we trust in the Lord, when our hope is in the Lord, when we decide that we're going to maintain our peace, regardless of the circumstances, we're actually allowing our bodies to produce chemicals that restore health. We're releasing endorphins and serotonin and dopamine and all of the chemicals that actually boost our immune system to fight off disease and boost our mental health by producing those positive chemicals in our body. Trust in the Lord and do good. Do you know, we can trust in the Lord, but we also need to be active about doing good, about loving people, about doing things. You know, it says Jesus went around doing good. When we're a do-gooder, we're actually imitating Jesus. So remember, we must trust in the Lord and do good. Dwell in the land and practice faithfulness. Delight yourself in the Lord, and he will give you the desires of your heart. So our delight needs to be in the Lord. When our delight is in the Lord, I believe he helps to align our desires with the purpose and the calling and the plans that he has for our lives. You know, if we delight in material possessions, that's worthless. They fade away. If we delight in a new car, a new house, clothes, anything other than the Lord, those things are fleeting. But delighting in the Lord is eternal. And part of our delighting in the Lord is knowing we have the hope of heaven that we can carry in our hearts because we will live with him in eternity. Anyone who loves Jesus, has asked Jesus into their heart to be Lord of their lives, we have a great hope. We will live with him in eternity. And so as we delight in the Lord, he gives us the desires of our heart because our heart's going to align with what the Lord's desires are for our lives. You know, sometimes I think people take that scripture and they say, God's going to give me the desires of my heart, but the desires of their heart aren't aligned with delighting in the Lord. They're delighting in other things. And so then there's disappointment. They're disappointed with God, but they don't realize they failed to read the first half of the verse. Delight in the Lord, and he will give you the desires of your heart. So today I just encourage you, trust in the Lord. Trust him. Let him and the peace of God rule in your heart today. Do not fret because of evildoers. It will do you no good, and God is sovereign. At the end of the day, every one of us are accountable to God for ourselves. So don't fret about them. Know that each of us will hold accountability to the Father in heaven. I pray that today you would be encouraged in the Lord, that you would be strengthened in the Lord, that you would take your hope and your joy from him. Have a blessed day. God bless.